even if she's not connected to my roots, it's okay, but it's important for me that I at least show her this picture, how important it is for me to her to know that these are my roots and this is my language. And that's why I... Hi there, I'm Nikita and welcome back to my channel. I'm an Indian who has been living in Germany since a few years. I'm married to a German and both of us have a baby now. And in this video, I will talk to you what language or languages we expect a baby to learn while growing up. Recently, a lot of you have been asking me in comments, what language or languages do you think you will teach your baby while growing? What languages you think will be the mother tongue or mother tongues of your baby? Will you teach your baby also English, or you will just stick to your mother tongue? To answer all these questions, we have to go a little bit back in history. I was born and brought up in a city called Jaipur in the state Rajasthan in north of India. Both my parents come from different states of India. My mother comes from Punjab, where her mother tongue is Punjabi and Hindi, and my father came from Uttar Pradesh, where his mother tongue was Hindi. After their marriage, they both settled down in Jaipur, and since my father could not speak much Punjabi, actually not at all, they decided to raise both their daughters, my sister and I, with Hindi. So my mother tongue is Hindi. But since I went to an English school, a school where the medium of teaching was English, you can say that my mother tongue was Hindi and my second mother tongue was English, because all the subjects except Hindi as a language and Sanskrit as a language we studied in English. So my mother tongue is Hindi and my second mother tongue, you can say, because I'm pretty much fluent in English, is English. Long ago, before I was even pregnant, it was clear to me that whenever we have a baby together, I will make sure that I talk to our baby in Hindi. Of course, the very basic reason and the most important reason being that Hindi is my mother tongue and I want my kid to know the mother tongue of her mother. Another reason is that I don't want my daughter to be treated or feel as an outsider. So my mother and my other family members, like my sister, her family, and other widespread relatives, whenever we are together, we definitely talk to each other in Hindi. And I did not want that my kid grows up to be somebody who is not capable of speaking Hindi, or is capable of speaking very slight Hindi, or cannot understand when somebody else is talking to her Hindi. It's more about the feeling that she should get a feeling that half of her family, that is her maternal family, is from a different country. So it was really evident for me that when I will have a kid, I will talk to my kid in Hindi, come what may. Similarly, it was also clear to my husband and clear to both of us that since we will be settling in Germany and since he is from Germany, he will talk to her in German. So basically, the answer to the question what languages our kid will be learning while growing up, or what mother tongue the kid would have, then the answer would be our kid is having two mother tongues, equally important, equally essential, and equally necessary to learn: Hindi and German. Hindi clearly so that she's capable of having a conversation with her maternal family, and German so that she's capable of having conversation with her family and of course other people around in Germany, because she will be growing up in Germany. But what is very interesting now is a third language, which is English, and which I believe that she will also learn somehow, because my husband and I, we talk to each other in English. It's funny because whenever I've met any couple that is German and non-German, they somehow end up talking to each other in German, because it's a very great opportunity to learn German, first point. And second, out of two people and two different mother tongues, at least one partner in the relationship is comfortable and the other can slowly blend into the language. But somehow, since we met each other, we started to talk in English, and then somehow we always continued in English, and now the language that we communicate with each other is English. We do sometimes chat in German so that he can improve my grammar, but since we talk to each other in English, and even now we talk to each other in English, I believe after Hindi and German as mother tongue, I guess my kid will also learn English in parallel. I'm not so sure how good she will be at English, because this is the language where she will just hear us talking, and in Hindi and in German, when she's directly talking to us, she will be corrected often, she will be taught the right words often, she will be also taught to read and write. So I don't know what will be the level of English compared to Hindi and German when it comes to her speaking skills. I'm sure that in school, when she starts getting English lessons, she will slowly get into it, but I'm sure that before she even goes to kindergarten, she definitely will be able to speak in two languages, Hindi and German. And English, from my knowledge that I've got from reading books and other experiences from people who themselves are like intercultural or interracial couples, I guess she will be able to understand English, but she might not be at a very early age be able to converse like well enough as like in Hindi and German in English. So will our daughter grow up to be a multilingual? Yes. Will she be a polyglot? I'm not so sure. So multilingual she already is. She will grow up listening to 3 languages and speaking in 3 languages. But whether she would end up being a polyglot, I don't really know. It depends on her interest on languages. Maybe because she is growing up as a multilingual, she will like languages more. She will like the flexibility of the languages and the sense of different languages, and she will have an interest to learn other languages. Or maybe exactly because of the same reason that she's growing up multilingual, she will be fed up with languages and she perhaps do not want to learn any other language. I do not know. So currently the languages that our kid will grow up learning is definitely Hindi, German and English, but I also believe there would be a 4th language, which is Punjabi. If you remember, my mother is from Punjab and she speaks fluent Punjabi. The reason why sadly I do not speak Punjabi is my father could not speak Punjabi, and that's why we never in our house ever spoke to each other in Punjabi. But I think our kid will also have this Punjabi somewhere in her bag of languages, because since her grandmother from my side speaks Punjabi and some of my very close friends are Punjabi, and if they talk to her in Punjabi, she would also have slight idea of what Punjabi language is. All I want our daughter is to at least be able to speak my mother tongue, that is Hindi, the mother tongue of her mother, fluently without any like problems or without any fear in her mind whether she's right or wrong or if it's grammatically correct or not, because this is what connects her to my roots. And since my roots are very dear to me and I never want to forget where I come from and where I was born and where I was growing up, it would be very important for me that she understands that too. She can decide, or she can maybe, even if she's not connected to my roots, it's okay, but it's important for me that I at least show her this picture, how important it is for me to her to know that these are my roots and this is my language, and that's why I would love to have her speak fluently in Hindi. And German, since we are here, like we are living in Germany and we are spending our time in Germany, she will go to kindergarten, she will have friends who are Germans. That would definitely come naturally, and I know that wouldn't be a problem. That's why she learning Hindi is like really very dear to my heart.